5th of January, doing the Helium Miner update coming to you from our Kona World headquarters. Pretty nice out here today. I am getting over a little bit of a cold. I was supposed to do a long run yesterday, actually this morning, and I did not. Going to do it tomorrow. A little bit of a cold. So like even here in Hawaii, you can get a cold. A little bit of congestion, so hopefully I'll get rid of that today. I did do a couple of rides. Been following along, you'll know I'm getting ready for Ironman New Zealand on, was it March 7th or March 8th. Try to get a slot qualify for Ironman Hawaii. And so, yeah, I got a couple days here where a little bit of a little bit of rest, at least for me. Yeah, skipping a pool session here in a little bit as well, just to try to rest up for tomorrow and get that run done. Got Maui, he's hanging out. Bella is chilling on the lanai. Let's go out and look at the ocean. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Pretty calm out here today. I'm going to probably forego a kayak as well, just to, like I said, rest up a little more and get rid of the congestion. Yeah, there were some whales, 2 whales out here yesterday, right? If you're looking out here, our neighbor's lanai fence, that point out that you're seeing there about center screen. Way out in the distance, there's a boat. You can probably see that. But anyway, if you walk back and about a quarter mile offshore here, a couple of whales going by yesterday, spouting. You can see out there too. It looks like the body glove catamarans out there. Sometimes she'll hang out if there's a. Yeah, whales are definitely back. Yeah, just a little shot. Got my stuff from my bike ride drying. Washed stuff off. Yeah, we're fortunate enough to have a nice little common area. A big old banyan tree here, home to a lot of birds. Super nice. So let's get to the update. If you've been following along on the channel, you'll know that we have 4 MMTD helium miners. So apparently our Wi-Fi, just getting reconnected. Apparently our Wi-Fi, the edge of the lanai here, is as far as it broadcasts. Usually it's not an issue. I'm going to pop back up here for a second. Keeps my feet nice and warm. See if we'll stay connected. There we go. Anyway, got the helium miners in 4 different locations here at Kona World headquarters, a couple of locations in Portland, where it's a little more urban, and then out in Alpine, Wyoming as well. So more rural location, Alpine, small town, about 1,200 people. We're about 35 miles southwest of Jackson Hole. So yeah, west side of Wyoming. But anyhow, so yeah, different locations, and you can kind of see how those miners do in those different areas. Anyhow, just as far as general market update, before we get into the details, lower volume on Bitcoin crypto this weekend, a little bit of a drop there. Some of the niche tokens did do well, but one of the bigger things here is just we've got the Fed meeting coming up. They're meeting on Tuesday, Wednesday. Should have a rate announcement on Wednesday from J Powell. Most likely, I believe they're going to stand pat on that. So we'll see what happens. I do think the economy is slowing down a little bit. I would just say, just from a personal anecdote perspective, we've got a couple of spaces open at our old office building there in Portland, and been getting some inquiries that are, to say the least, a little more interesting, which usually means to me that stuff is a little bit more on the fringe as far as prospective tenants, and just having to be a little more careful and just vet things and ideas and whatnot to keep us protected. I mean, certainly it's interesting hearing some of the stories, but just gotta be a little careful though. Just from a liability perspective, especially because we've got other tenants in the building, and need to make sure that everyone gets along reasonably well in that ecosphere. So just thoughts there on the economy. As far as The tokens we're looking at, IoT, which is where we had been trading or earning on our miners before Helium Improvement Protocol 138. That one's at $0.000169 per token right now, down a whopping 17%. HNT Helium down to $1.12. That's what we are earning on the miners right now. That one's down 18%. And by the way, no financial advice here. We just do this for fun. Do these updates for fun. Bitcoin BTC at 86,500 right now, down about 9% for the week. It was, it had been in the last month or so. It had been in the 80s, and just as recently as last week, it was in the mid 90s. I think like 96,000, maybe even 97,000. Looked like it might have gone up, even to 100,000. I mean, there's a couple of ceilings there. I think before points of resistance, it's got to break. But anyhow, didn't do that. Now it's back down 86,500, down 9%. And then finally Solana at $118.28, down about 12% as well. So that's about where we're at there. As far as our miners, just getting into that. Our Kona miner, that one's sitting in Hexagon with a couple of other miners. You can look at the Helium map. If you want to see what that entails, but basically means you're doing some revenue sharing there. That one's down about 2% for the week as far as earnings. As far as tokens earned, at 0.088 Helium tokens for the week. Our Portal 1 location, that one's the one that is in our small office building. That one's at $0.045 per token. Hey, all right, thanks you guys for joining up here. But at 0.045 Helium tokens for the week. That one's in Hexagon with 5 other miners, so you're doing some revenue sharing there. That's down 14%. And then finally, Portland 2. That one's sitting in Hexagon by itself. And so that one is doing a little better at 0.124 Helium tokens for the week. And before we go further, there you go. Maui's cooling off. He'll tell you how warm it is right now. My feet are actually getting a little warm here standing on the lanai. Maui's having a good time in the pool. He knows he's all right to get in there, cool off, and then I'll towel him off here in a little bit so he doesn't get the house all wet. Right, Maui? Yeah, he's happy. Yeah, you can tune in to the channel. We usually do a couple of YouTube shorts with him every day. One, some spots in Hawaii, and then in Wyoming as well from this past fall. So anyway, that's about it on that 7-day earnings. So total there, 0.757 Helium, 0.257 Helium tokens earned for the week. Usually we earn about a quarter Helium token per week over those locations. And also Alpine, by the way, that one's in a... Hear that cold kicking up a little bit. Want that to go away. Want to run tomorrow. The Alpine miner, is in a Hexagon by itself, so no revenue sharing there. But we're not able to. There's no other miners right now in town, and so it's not doing any useful work as far as decentralized IoT. So that's where that's at right now, and that's been going on here for recent history. 30-day earnings, Kona miner 0.387 Helium tokens, Portland 1 0.226 Helium tokens, Portland 2 0.648 Helium tokens. So that Portland 2, the miner by itself, doing the best. That had been pretty even with Kona. The Kona miner, I think they were doing they're kind of incentivizing it just because cost of living is a little higher here in Hawaii, actually a lot higher. And so that includes energy costs, even though energy costs on these miners are not super high, 5 watts, so not a big deal. But trying to incentivize folks to do that here in this, more tropical areas. But yeah, it looks like right now we're not seeing that as much. But total 30-day earnings, I'm getting 1.261 Helium tokens. So usually we're in that 1.1, 1.3 range or so right now. So everything's kind of operating the way it typically does. And then finally, I'm looking at it on dollar and cents perspective. Again, no financial advice here, like I mentioned a little bit ago. The earnings for the week, whopping, 29 cents. Wow. Hey, we're just doing this for fun, so no big deal. 30-day earnings, whopping $1.41. Can't even buy a Happy Meal for that, but not that I would buy a Happy Meal, but that's what I could equate it to. buck 41 there. And then we calculate the ROI on these two. So ROI, or return on our investment, we just take that 30-day rate and divide by 30 to get an average daily rate, and then extrapolate that out over 365 days, and then divide by the capital investment to get a percentage. And that is a whopping 1.1%, which is that is as low as it's ever been. We were, I think, 1.4 last week, and this is about as low as we've been. So, like I said, we're doing this for fun and providing some information for you guys. Obviously, if you have found this helpful, like and subscribe. But we're doing this for fun, so no big deal. But yeah, 1.1%. Might as well invest in T-bills, right? But here we are. We're doing the update. It's all good. Hopefully everyone is, having a good weekend. Let's see if we can get out of the sun a little bit. Yeah, hopefully people are staying warm if you're in the on the mainland. Got a big storm. And hopefully you do not have a cold like I do right now. Now he's having fun, and Bella's begging from the neighbors. This house here, our neighbor Nick, he rents this out on Airbnb, VRBO, and people here are usually nice enough to give Bella treats. So this is her little spot here. She hangs out like a gargoyle, and you can see her view here right now. All right, Bella? So you're talking about me. Yeah, she will hang out here and just wait for treats and pets from the neighbors. Right, Bella? Yeah. She says, don't bother me, man. I'm begging. So, there we go. And the view, no whales yet right now. Like I said, a couple of them out yesterday afternoon, but pretty nice and calm out here. Not too much wind, so it'd be kind of nice to have a little bit of afternoon wind, cool it off a little bit. So, up for the live stream, so appreciate everyone joining in, and hopefully everyone's having a great weekend. Go watch playoffs, see what happens, see what the Seahawks do a little bit later on here, and we'll see you for the update next week. Peace.